today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the NECA Toys Body Knockers Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees. With no batteries required, all you need to do is expose it to light and watch hours of fun as Jason wobbles back and forth. We've already had a look at the Freddy, and fittingly enough, had to look at, of course, the Jason as well. I think I gravitate a little more towards the Jason personally. I think it would be a neat idea to have Jason wobbling back and forth holding his machete in hand. Of course, the open window, you can see all the figure itself, or more importantly, I guess, the collectible. It's not poseable. I'll show you when we get this out of the packaging. Spin around the back. Jason Voorhees exposed the solar panel to sunlight or lamplight. I don't have solar power at the moment. No, I have not. We have not lost the sun. We're not in the future. But I have, of course, lamplight. Depress the button on the side of the base and then allow time for movement to reach full capacity. Watch the figure hypnotically rock side to side. Collect the entire line of Body Knocker figures. Again, coming to us from the folks over at NECA. www.necaonline.com is your destination if you want to check out other really cool figures and collectibles. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at the NECA Body Knockers Friday 13th, Jason Voorhees. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's have a look at Jason Voorhees. Of course, the obvious giveaway to the feature. As soon as you pick it up, you can see how the body will wobble. But I'll show you more in depth that in a second. Let's have a look at the figure. And it's not quite a figure. It doesn't really have any sort of posability to speak of. But it does have a lot of detail. I'm looking at the mask. I'm looking at the body, kind of gauging this Jason. I would say I'd probably gauge it at around the Jason from Friday the 13th Part 3, pre-axe cut to the head and hockey mask. So it's one of Jason's earliest appearances. Fittingly so for a body knocker, you might as well go with the original. And in the same way, the Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street, when we looked at that body knocker, that was also from the very first appearance of Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street. So kind of cool that they're staying with the first appearances of these characters. Close-up look on his face. You see his eyes. Looks like he's kind of fallen asleep. He's got his machete in hand. Nice coloring in the mask. It's vibrant. It's not messy at all. Nice application of paint. Paint's very clean. He's wielding his machete a little smaller, granted in size, but granted you could also say that his body is a little smaller. His hands are overly proportioned to his body, and he's got a very big head. So he's a smaller Jason, still a pretty big head though. And we flip around the back. That's what it looks like there. Let's bring the camera back a little bit. The straps of his hockey mask going on. Again, that olive colored green, kind of the grayish slacks that he's wearing. The underside, let's flip it around, shows NECA Online, www.necaonline, New Line Productions. Up the top is your solar cell. That's what's going to be absorbing the solar power and or the lamp light. And in this case, we're going to use the lamp light. And then finally, you've got a button on the side that when you press it, that will start, just like a pendulum, it's going to start swiveling his body back and forth. You're kind of already seeing it now, but it's only because I'm actually moving the base that it is doing it. Just to kind of see what the mechanics look like. Essentially, the body sits loose inside the cavity of the head. The head is affixed and it's pegged, but it's only got a narrow peg here. And the body basically sits in that little peg. But the real action happens down below. You can see there's a little silver. Do you see it right there? If I tip it forward, there's a little silver piece. That's actually the pendulum that swivels, and that's attached to the body. So that's science. That's how everything has come together. To show you just a comparison, let's put Jason right there. It's not specific, it doesn't have to be right there, but let's bring in his nemesis. There's Freddy, of course, from a Nightmare on Elm Street, the original Nightmare on Elm Street. You can already see that they're starting to move. I haven't pressed the button yet. Again, it's just, we'll put Freddy just to the side for a second. We'll probably bring him back in. I'm going to just hold Jason just to kind of make sure his body does not move. Because we want to do this. There we go. There we go. So as you can see, Jason's body is not moving. It's moving just ever so slightly. I'm going to press the button. And you can see how, give it a little bit of time, it's picking up speed. You can even probably even hear it. Let's bring the camera in. There we go. And you can see how the body knocker works. Now, I have not tested this versus natural sunlight to lamplight to see actually which one moves faster. I'm assuming they're probably going to move the exact same speed, but you can see there's no wires. I don't have a hula hoop that I can go like this, even though I just banged it. I can go like this. There's no wires, there's nothing attaching it, but you've got the power of lamplight moving the body of Jason Voorhees. And actually, even the noise, that little click noise, it's kind of relaxing as I'm looking at a killer, a serial killer with a hockey mask. I'm going to move Jason over ever so slightly. We'll continue to let him move. You can see how it's going to start picking up again. And let's bring in Freddy. Let's have some fun. I'm going to slow down Freddy here. I'm going to press the button. There we go. And watch how Freddy will be a good indication too, because as you see, he was not moving at all. He's starting to pick up a little speed. Jason's in the lead. Jason rounds the corner. Oh, just ran into a counselor. Counselor's down. Jason has killed the counselor. Freddy's now gaining. Jason's still in the lead. Freddy's But you can see how you can have a lot of fun with these pieces. These would also be really cool to put on dashboards if you don't already have a lot of clutter on your dashboard. I don't, luckily. I have a lot hanging from my mirror, but nothing on my dashboard. Yet. These would be really cool pieces on a desk in an office, something kind of distract you from your day's work. Not too distracting, I hope. They're neat. I really like them. It's a departure from the just straight bobbleheads. Kind of cool to see that NECA went the route of, instead of bobbling the head, we're essentially bobbling the body. Today's toy spot, today's collectible spot, we were having a look at the NECA Toys Body Knockers Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more collectible spots and other spots heading your way. Thanks for watching. See you next time.